Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. This is a Friday, Good Friday edition. I am your host, Brett, with Anvil Music and Media. We talk tech news and all the things. The rest is just details. We're super excited today to be here before you. Um, Two things. I mean, it's Friday. Friday gives us sort of the look into the weekend, and as well as Friday you can sort of look back on the week and say, okay, what have I accomplished, what have I done, what sort of things have I tapped into and been able to look back and see that you know everything is all well. We got an interesting topic today. I'm gonna get right into it. I want to introduce myself. My name is Brett. I see we got a couple people in the chat. Tanish, what's up, man? How's it going? You're always the first to meet, first to chat. I appreciate you, man. Zitty Girl 2M. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I appreciate all of you, especially my followers, my subscribers, those who have just been rocking with me for these past few months, 3 or 4 months. It's been, as I often tell you, I've started this channel I started this channel about 4 or 5 years ago, in hopes to add value to the space that I'm in. I am now currently on my third or fourth month coming live. So as you're in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to say hi, come in the chat, say hi, say hello to me. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. Apex is here. What's up? What's up? Elvis is here. Hey, how are you guys doing? Any first timers? Apex is coming in from New York, just up the street, I appreciate it. Who else is in the channel? This is Friday. I want to introduce you to who I am. My name is Brett with Anvil Music. We talk a bunch of tech. You guys can go check out my channel and you'll see what's up. But yes, Elvis is US. Yes, you. Apex, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. To anybody else who'd like to subscribe today, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel rather, and like this video. We are rocking already. You guys are in the chat live today, ready to go. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the like. Tanish, man, what do you got going on? Tanish says, can you suggest me a good earphone for gaming as well as bass? Should have it should have fair price. I'm not sure what fair price means. So earphone, are you talking about like headphones? You looking for a headphone system, headphone slash microphone system? Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Who else we got here? Apex, I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna stay motivated. That's what it's about. It's about motivation. It's about consistency. It's about showing up for you guys. Like, you know, this is a hoodie Friday for me, by the way. I'm just wanting to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But gotta be motivated. Lachey, I think I want to make sure that I'm saying your name right. Says hello, hello. Where are you guys watching from today? We've got some people from New York. We've got some other people. Somebody said from the U.S. I'd like you to be a little bit more detail with where you are, but either way, we're here to you today. We're coming live today, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to sort of talk to you guys, and we're gonna talk about something interesting. And I think something went on in the news last night. I believe Iran has been attacked by Israel. I don't even know. So I don't like to get into news, but too much. I don't really like to get into news and politics too much. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about how sort of that that coincides with the topic today. We've got an interesting topic, and I already had this prepared for earlier this week. I kind of did my research, was in some articles, searching around, trying to get some information. As you know, the AI space has doubled, quadrupled, and there are companies that are starting to capitalize on some government contracts. So it's going to be interesting. And one company in particular, Meta, Facebook, which is owned by Mark Zuckerberg, has or is in talks with the U.S. military. So just all the implications that's going about with that is sort of interesting. Some of the underlying details are very, very, very kind of real. I don't really have any other words to say, but we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about some meta, some AI, and some military. So make sure you put your seatbelts on. It's going to be one of those. Let's see. Apex says, "Do you think AI will take over the human race?" Yeah, that's always the main question, right? Will AI take over the human race? No, I will say no, emphatically, 100% no. AI will always be controlled by humans. The real question is, are the humans of this world, will the bad ones have AI in their possession? What's the answer is most likely yes, but this is a question of good versus evil, right? Can AI really be good versus evil? I don't know. That just depends on if AI is able to morph itself into consciousness, and so AI does not look to take over the world. AI has to have a motive to take over the world. In other words, most of the time, those who are evil, they have a motive, and their motive is generally money and power. Those two things: money, power. That's money, power, respect, right? But money and power is absolutely the thing for you to be able to like say, "Oh, I want to take over the world and take over the human race and wipe them out." And AI, if AI were to wipe us out, it wouldn't have any reason for actually existing. So, yeah, good question. It's a kind of sort of a online debate. You guys, let me know in the chat. What do you think about that question? What do you think about about that question? Let's get into some more comments. Let's see who we got. Elvis says, "Can I play the piano?" Not today. Not today. I've got some videos here. I've got some videos I'm gonna do probably later on where I'm going to invite you guys in, and I'm gonna have a session, and we're gonna maybe may do some of that, but no playing today. It's only talking. Sorry, you just get to hear my voice, not the playing. So, but yeah, appreciate that. Let's see. Apex says, why is that? What are you saying? Why is what? And we were talking about the AI position in the question. And this video sort of kind of really, I'm going to talk and I'm going to read some of the article about Meta's sort of their partnership with the U.S. government to really provide a service through AI integration for the military. It's getting hot and heavy here. Like it's getting really, really hot and heavy. So, you know, but yeah, let's move on. Let's see. Tanu said, "I did ask that same question." Yeah, you did. You did ask it. Did I say the same thing? I feel like maybe I repeated myself, but it's a question for the ages, right? It's going to be a question from here on out. Will AI take over the human race? I'm sort of under the impression it will not. Like I said, AI is no different from our phone, no different from a computer that's used, no different from a pen or a pencil, a device. It is literally an extension of who you are. I use this pencil. Now, granted, this pencil doesn't have any sort of uh, um, qualities about it that makes it an organism. Um, it's not necessarily organic, but it is an extension. Until I pick this up and write with it, it just sits on the table. So AI is sort of like on the table waiting for us to prompt it, to for it to generate what we prompted. And so yeah, we'll see with that. Apex is going right at it. What year do you think they will have military soldiers? AI will have military soldiers. That's right around the corner, man. I mean, it's here. It's literally right around the corner. The, Elon Musk, we've talked about him this week already. I mean, I had a discussion. You guys can go back and check that video out on Tuesday. We had a discussion about Elon Musk and how he is looking into the future and to establish, not only establish uh, a space expedition to go to Mars, but he's also very heavily he's gonna be building robots. That so some people have argued, oh my gosh, is he gonna have like a robot army? You can imagine like super soldiers, like robots that are AI controlled. If you have thousands upon thousands of them, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. Even modern warfare, right, is pretty much run, or it's pretty much modern warfare is done by drones. Like drones are the main source to carry bombs, and so sort of getting into all of that stuff, but yeah, that's what's wild. We've been watching Meta build an ecosystem. They've gone from augmented reality to virtual reality to the metaverse. Like these are all things. And guys, I'm gonna address your comments. So keep the comments coming. Let me know where you're watching from. But all of this ecosystem for Meta has been under a huge, giant umbrella. And now most people are thinking, okay, cool, gaming, virtual meetings, all of the fun stuff, right? But if I what would you do if I told you, the military's been watching Meta too? The military's really been watching what Meta's been doing big time. We're not just talking about soldiers playing VR combat simulators and simulations of, because they do that, right? They do that. I have a friend, I have a cousin in the army that actually he actually drives drones. So this is a real thing. But think about it. The Oculus, for example, those headsets are pretty much used for like simulation. Like AI is used for analyzing drone data. There's a bunch of data that's out there for real time sort of field intel. And I know I'm talking like a lot of technical terms, but this isn't science fiction, y'all. It's actually happening. So I hope that answers your question, Apex. I appreciate the question. What year do I think they will have military soldiers? Okay. AI. Yeah. AI. Um, um, someone says, how about XX extension? Why did he die? Wrong channel. I don't know anything about that. Tanu says, I bet in the future we definitely gonna have AI clothes where they can transform and boom. Oh yeah. That's actually a good point. Well, hopefully not transform and explode, but AI clothes are gonna be a thing of the future to where you don't literally we're not wearing actual clothes anymore. We're gonna have AI generated clothes to where they can morph and transform. So you're like spot on. I'm reading a book called the 12 advances. I think I showed you guys the book. It's downstairs, but the 12 advances of technology, and it talks in one of the chapters about clothes being pretty much like synthetic AI driven. So we'd be wearing clothes, and it'll be taking our measurements, it'll be taking our body temperature, all of the data, the sort of data that goes on, because our body is really a machine. Like it is literally um, has so many data points. So as we're walking, it's sort of like, okay, you need to walk. We already do that with our phones, right? Like our phones or our watches when we work out, you have sort of a tracking of your heart rate, tracking of all of your oxygen, how much oxygen you're getting, the whole nine, your temperature. But so yeah, if, clothes are definitely in our future as far as them being AI. Vivek, thanks for joining the channel. Do you think it's AI is going to eat people's jobs or take people's jobs away? I do unfortunately think that, and then we're sort of talking about that, and I'm going to get into that, but I want to answer you guys and engage you guys, of course. But I do think that AI will actually take some jobs in the industry that you're in, depending on what industry you're in. So, for example, if you're like I tell my sons basically, if you're going to college, like don't necessarily go to college for software. engineering, anything software engineering, um, any type. Like go for AI engineering, or if you're like a project manager, you can go for that as well. But like as far as jobs, AI is gonna sweep out a lot of jobs. I will say this, because it's a disruptor. What a disruptor does in technology specifically is it does it will disrupt the industry. But the positive aspect of the disruption is that you're actually gonna have jobs that are gonna be added. So you imagine AI being the answer to a lot of questions, right? And I always use this analogy. Whenever you have a question, the answer actually lives in the question, and the question is the answer. But once it's been answered, you you actually have more questions. So effectively, what I'm saying is AI is going to answer a lot of questions. It's going to provide a lot of jobs. It's going to provide a lot of opportunities. um, I give the example of when the car was invented, right? The car was invented, and it sort of answered a lot of questions. It allowed for people to get from point A to point B without having a horse or buggy, while having to walk. It expanded the geographical input, or expanded the your location of where you could go. Families would be able to move out or to be able to travel, because it cut your travel in half. Basically, the car did that. And so that it was the answer to a lot of questions. It was a disruptor. But as a result of the car, yeah, a lot of jobs were lost. Like, people selling horses, right? If you sold horses for transportation, you were out of business. You were out of luck, out of business. But on the flip side of that, what the car also did was it allowed for more business to come in, like more manufacturing. Of course, we got the assembly line from the car. The rest is history. But it allowed more people to have jobs. And then, because it was the answer to a lot of questions, it actually caused more. It caused more industry, more jobs, more industry. And so, instead of you riding a horse, you now have to worry about four tires. So you have to worry about purchasing tires. You have to worry about oil change. So all of these things sort of developed into more jobs for more people. So I see that as a general example of how I'm trying to parallel AI, but it's pretty much the same thing. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Good discussion today. Good discussion. And of course, I don't have all the answers, but this is just my little research. What I've been researching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining. If you're watching for the first time, I ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know where you're actually watching from in the chat today. This is Friday. We're excited. I'm definitely excited about the weekend coming up. You guys should be as well. I said earlier, Friday is sort of a time for you to reflect and sort of look at what the things you've accomplished this week. What have you done? What have you accomplished? What has been good? So who we got in here? Let's see. Let me address some more questions. Scotty here says Oilers or Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. Man, I'm not really a big hockey fan, but I don't know. Go Oilers. I don't know. It's wrong channel maybe. Thanks for the comment. Tanu says, if I had to visit America, which is the most fun place to visit? Ooh, if you had to visit America, which is the most fun place? The first thing that comes to my mind is go to DC. Go to Washington DC. Go visit the Capitol. Go. There's a lot of history there. Some may say like Disney World, which is in Florida or LA. It just depends on which coast you want to go. I mean, you're coming, man. You got to come and hang out. I know you've been talking about that for a minute, so come on, man. We can show you a good time here. After you've sort of gotten rid of the jet lag, because that's probably for you. It's probably about 12 to 14 hour trip. I don't know. Have you calculated how long that trip is? All right, Elvis. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mad Fan is back. Mad Fan, how are you doing? Thanks for joining back the conversation. I know what was it, Tuesday? I think we talked Tuesday. I want to say it was Tuesday or either last Friday. But I appreciate you for coming back into the chat. Mad Fan is here. It says I personally don't give about hockey. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not this isn't the channel. I'm like, we're not necessarily talking hockey. We're talking and guys, like for me, I've been a big sports fan for years, but I can't legitimately sit down for more than an hour and watch sports. It's just not something that I'm just like sitting here watching grown men play a sport. It's like entertainment. So of course, living in America, it's all about entertainment. It's all about that. But for me, I'm like I'd rather be doing something a little bit more constructive. No shade to those who like sports, because I that doesn't mean I don't watch it. I just it's not high on my priority list, right? It's not very high on my priority list. So yeah. Scotty here says, "Let's go." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Yeah. So let's get into the article, man. I appreciate you guys for the chats. Keep them coming. I'm gonna address them as they come. But today I want to talk specifically to you about military AI and how it's going to affect the future of us going forward, and how Meta has literally joined the military tech sector with a $100 million partnership. Yes, Meta has joined the military tech sector with a $100 million partnership. So it's coming, guys. It is. We are here. We're on the verge of anarchy. I don't know what's going on, but um, the military, from a general sense, your military in your country is literally your protection. It's literally who is there to sort of be the force field, the invisible force field. It's sort of there. The military is there to provide protection, to provide security, to let you know that, hey, don't cross the line, because we're gonna. And so that's every country has its own military, and the military really, you got to understand, the military doesn't move or make decisions without purpose. It absolutely has to have purpose, right? If they're investing in these technologies like Meta, if they're investing in these technologies, they're actually serious, and they see something that the consumer doesn't. For example, if you go back to GPS technologies go far back as probably the 40s and 50s. So your phone has a GPS system. You put your GPS system, you want to get from point A to point B, and you put in your destination, and you start to drive, and you're trying to most of us are trying to beat our GPS. The time on the GPS is like a competition. Never understood that, because the GPS constantly calculates, the faster you get, it'll calculate perfect. So I'm always usually on time, unless it's like traffic, right? But GPS systems are about 75 to 80 years old, right? So the military has always had its hand in sort of these experiments of how to advance a country, and how to bolster itself in society, and for the country's best interest. So you got to know, first of all, a military, generally speaking, especially like the U.S. military, they don't move without any sort of purpose, right? They see, and they're sort of scoping out a future battlefield, part digital, part physical, right? And Meta has the tools, right? Meta has the tools to help with this. So this $100, it's $100 million. It's $100 million partnership that Meta has. Now here's the thing. Meta is they may be getting these defense contracts, um, or they might just be offering their platforms in a way that's it's way too attractive for the military to ignore. I really think this is something, and it's not just all about Meta. It's all about them positioning themselves. Mark Zuckerberg has done this. Has been phenomenal at sort of towing the line in business and in technology. I mean, he's been up there before the Senate. I mean, he's had Facebook's been litigated in litigation. Facebook's had antitrust laws thrown at them. He's had to speak for a lot of things. So I think, if you have this contract, you have this contract with the government, you're sort of able to make some plays and make some moves in and out of the government. So this is a quiet move that Meta has made with the U.S. government. It's no different from Elon and Trump, right? Elon is, of course, they have their relationship. Maybe it's been mended. I don't know what's going on. Elon took back a bunch of tweets. I'm not going to get into that too much today, but my point is the technology sector needs the government and the government needs the technology sector. In any sort of partnership and relationship, um, we sort of see these partners, and a lot of times you go into a partnership or relationship, you see this partnership or relationship as something that is only one person is getting what they want from it, and the other person is getting, they're getting undercutted. But that's not necessarily the case. And a lot of times it's not necessarily the case. Partnerships can come together, and people can come together, and person A can get what they need, and person B can get what he or she needs, right? Okay, let's see. We got some questions, more questions. Tanush Prince says, what do you think about jawline gums? Does it give a sharp jawline? I heard it's painful. Man, I don't know what is this. Is this a food? You got a food. John is here. John, where are you watching? Where are you watching from? You're talking about me being off the grid. Are you prepared? Do you have any survival plan and gear? John, I would say to that, yes and no. I don't think anybody can necessarily be ultimately prepared, right? You can do your best, because being prepared means you know what's going to happen. So, yeah, John, let me know where you're watching from. You must be somewhere off the grid. Can I survive living off the grid? Uh, Man, to survive means to do what you have to do. So, you know, wherever that is, I guess you're gonna have we will have to adapt. Good question though. These are sort of things that we're watching now, even in the world news today. If you guys don't know, maybe in America you're waking up to the news of I want to say the news of Iran being bombed by Israel. So craziness, craziness, craziness. Maybe they might mute this video. Okay, whatever. But John says they're offering Meta AI and cyber technology to the military. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're offering it. They're they're offering it right now. Like, and so I can see that you probably got some context to what I'm talking about. This is sort of serious business, guys. Like, this is serious. There is a parent company of Facebook that officially has entered the military technology sector through a $1 million strategic partnership with American Defense startup Anduril. So a lot of these military companies. So what the U.S. military does is they don't have necessarily they don't have the structure for military weapons and defenses. They contract out these companies. These companies are weapons and defense companies who sell weapons to countries abroad, like globally. These countries make so much money. Like, it's crazy the amount of exchange that happens. So and the U.S. government's right in the middle of it. If not, they're controlling what it is. So yeah, they are absolutely offering Meta AI and cyber technology to the military. Another space nut. Hey Daniel, how's it going? Thanks for joining. This conversation is right up your alley. Today we're talking about Meta joining the military tech sector for $100 million. Give me your thoughts on that. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Yeah, you're saying, oh, we talking about Andril? Yes, Andril. Yeah, I don't know if it's spelled right there. I think it's Anduril. my my company's Anvil. So that's really close, right? Yeah, we're talking about that, man. Let me know your thoughts. Um, Iced is here. Hey, Ice, Snoopy. I can't go without calling you Snoopy. Like, I'm sorry, but Ice is here. Thank you so much for joining the chat. All the rest of you guys, thank you so much. Um, we're excited. Somebody says I've got a lag. I'm not sure where the lag is coming from, but yeah, as long as you can hear me loud and clear, uh, we'll just keep going forward. Ice, what's going on today? How are you? It's a good Friday for all of us here today. Um, we gotten really in the this is tech at its core. When you're talking about military, you're talking about tech, and every so often tech and government collide, right? It's interesting to see how it's interwoven, right? The government has sort of always had its hand in on technology. You can go back to even recently as crypto, um, and crypto is a huge space, and the government was turning its nose down at crypto in the space of crypto. And I'm not really having time to go into crypto and all of that. We can talk about that in another video. But I'm giving you the example of how the government is sort of has its hand in so many different things. But on one hand, the government will say, oh, crypto is because it's against the American dollar, right? But it's never really been about the American dollar, or as we call it, fiat currency, right? Crypto stands on its own currency. It's not determined by gold. It's not determined by the U.S. backing of the dollar, saying we back this. So we basically certify this dollar. But what am I saying? The U.S. government has sort of said that it wants it doesn't want to see crypto flourish, but crypto sort of worked outside of the fiat currency, outside of banking systems, and the government on one hand is tell you how bad it is and how you shouldn't get into it, but the government absolutely has a good portion of I say crypto, a good portion of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really the cryptocurrency. So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Let's see. So another Space Nut says it's going to create manufacturing processes that the public sector couldn't afford to do on its own. Um, yeah. Are you talking about Meta? Or are you talking about the government? And see, here's the thing. Here's the relationship with even. And I keep going back to this. I keep going back to Elon Musk and President Trump. So Elon Musk has all of these programs for SpaceLink and SpaceNet, and the problem is NASA, which is owned by the government. It's the government's program to be in space. And NASA has no money. NASA is broke. Elon has the money. Elon also has the resources, and he sort of offered up his resources as to keep the space program going. So, in essence, this tech sector is a huge part of what the government needs to not only enforce and have security. We talked about that earlier. The military is security. Military is control. Military is, in fact, there are still militaries that are taking over parts of the world and wreaking havoc and doing all that stuff. But that is where we are today. Let's see. Another space nut. Daniel says Lucky Palmer, the owner of Anduril, is the original creator of the Quest device. Amazing information. See, that's what I'm talking about. So you got to follow the connection of the points, right? Quest is basically metas. Like, so um there's a lot of things going on, like a lot of underhand deals, a lot of things going on. Ice is saying I found my iPhone 4S and it feels so refreshing to use. Oh, you found did you lose it? Did you lose it? Were you able to locate it? One thing I get tired of is guys, side note, I have a pair of AirPods that I lose like every day, and getting to the point. I'm like, I want to air tag them because I'm so tired of. And I know you can find them on your, but like, yeah, this is a side note. But glad you found your iPhone 4. So let's get back into this because this is all juicy details. So according to this article, it's saying under the deal, Meta will develop an AI software. So then let's stop right there. They're going to develop this software. And they're already developing it, right? You don't just get a contract by saying, okay, we're going to. This is something that has been intentional. The relationship between Meta and the government has been an ongoing relationship far beyond us seeing the article right now. This is not something that just happened yesterday. So developing an advanced AI software, which means that they've already had software developed. This is just going to be more advanced, right? Anduril is, and am I saying it right? Anduril will design field equipment, right, including next generation helmets and extended reality headsets, right? We're already in that world, right? We're already in that world. So um it's amazing to me to see what is going to happen. Like there's so much money and so much exchange of services, and the money for the services is just crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, Daniel says they kicked out Lucky Palmer out of Meta after buying Oculus. He also created a death in VR that will kill you an IRL headset before doing defense work. Yeah, man. See, that is crazy. You guys hear that? You guys, yeah, like what? Yeah. Um, yeah, it's all strategic, man. It's all strategic. It's all about money. It's all strategic. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg expressed total pride in this strategic shift. So Mark's like, "Oh yeah, you guys can develop all these AI startup companies if you want to. Like, I'm gonna go for government money." And how many know government money is actually absolutely the best money? If you get government funding, you have money for years to come. If they need you for a resource, like I said, defense contracting, private sector, all these contractors, if you're in the private sector and you get a government contract, you are set literally for life because the government has so much budget available to them throughout the year for this to happen. So this is a strategic shift, noting that the company's work in AI and XR is now ready to serve the American troops who defend national interests. So, um, yeah, we're defending our national interests. I think we're defending our own interests, to be honest with you, and whoever the interest of the government that is ruling and running these programs, such as the CIA, the whatever, all those IAs. um, So yeah, Anduril founder Palmer Luckey, he previously led Oculus at Meta, and said the partnership will produce cutting edge technologies to make soldiers technologically superior to any potential enemy. Now, that's where I sort of like put a pin and a pause in because won't the soldiers become robots and be AI anyway? I mean, could this potential be a clash? Are we in a clash course with AI and robots? Do you guys not know that we're in a world now to where we're all using AI? So literally, if I have say for example, I have a project and I'm sending out emails and I'm using AI to do that. Most likely my AI is talking to your AI. If you're on the other side of the email and we're making and having conversation, you literally have AI talking to AI. So we're definitely full speed ahead into the future of what the tech space looks like, which is going to be controlled by these generated these open source programs, right? So let me see. Let's see. John has. Well, let me see. Tanu says, I forgot to ask you. You haven't told me where you live. Yeah, so I live in the eastern part of the U.S. Um, not too far from DC, like I said earlier. Daniel says, Anvil Google's Lucky Palmer. Yes. John says AI will be able to develop software and write code by the end of this year. But aren't they already doing that? Like the AI is already writing code. Um, that's already on the table. I think that they're doing that. AI is definitely doing that now. Like yeah. Yeah, Daniel says it already can. Yeah, we already here, man. It's that's AI started back in 2016. I mean, I'm throwing a year out there, but like literally, it didn't really hit the public until 4 or 5 years ago, 2021. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be off a year, but AI's been here. Daniel says I always get it the wrong way around. Although he's lucky, Mr. Palmer for the wins. Yeah. Dasiki's here. Hey, Dasiki, thanks from Japan. Thank you so much. My name is Brett with Anvil. I appreciate you for joining the channel. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Um, man, this discussion has been, man, we've gotten into the mud here of what's going on and sort of, this sort of stuff makes me excited. I have people who are on here like Daniel, for instance. We've gone back and forth. We've talked about, oh my goodness, quantum computing. Now we're in this AI space. So Daniel, I'm actually glad that you're on the live. I was about to say on the call. I said only on the call because I'm looking at my phone, but we're on live here. So I want to introduce you. I want to introduce myself. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Thank you guys for joining today. We're really talking about Meta's partnership with the military. It's $100 million. I keep going. First I said $100, then I said $100,000. I don't know what is going on with me. It's $100 million partnership with the military, and what are the implications of this going forward? So here we go. The move has sort of sparked a political debate. Now, why not? Why not, right? Zuckerberg has faced, ultimately, he's faced criticism over his growing ties to President Donald Trump. Yeah, no biggie there, no news there, right? Of course, he donated $1 million to the inaugural committee and recently appointed UFC chief Dana White, known as a Trump ally. Dana White it's like a joke. People. Anyway, but at the same time, here's the thing: Meta has scaled back on a lot of initiatives. It's shifting into a space politically. It's shifting itself politically. Let's see, who else do we have? What other comments do we have? What other comments do we have? Daniel says, okay. Daniel says we both booked a Zoom. We both booked a Zoom chat next week using. Did we? Were we talking? Were we talking through our AI? I'm sure we were. I mean, I don't know, man. That's actually comical. It's actually true, and the fact that we can sit here and talk about this, Daniel, is funny to me because I don't. There's no shame in my game. I absolutely use AI. I have it as a virtual assistant because I don't. I need to be focusing on other things. I don't need to have my attention on trying to figure out what to say and how to say things. I'll just put it in the prompter and it already knows. And see, that's the thing. People are like, man, using it. It's not you. Yes, it's me because I talk to it every day, and it's absolutely knows my tone. In fact, it knows my tone even better than I do. Ask me how I know, and some people will argue me this down. Like they'll be like, "Yeah, it's ruining like creativity and all of this stuff, and you're writing stuff." But guys, you're on social media. Who do you think is determining what you're watching right now? Who do you think determines that? It's the algorithm, which is AI generated. Like, so let's not fool ourselves into knowing what this technology is capable of and can do. So If you feel like, you know, if you're not on the side of AI, then you just should just go ahead and put your phone down. Don't get on social media. Don't scroll Instagram, Facebook, none of them. Just leave it all alone, because AI knows exactly what you want and it feeds it to you. It actually knows what you want better than you do, because the research has been put into what we want. It's no wonder, I can go and research, or I can go and watch a video, right? And I'll be watching this one video, and then I'll see on the side uh suggested videos, and I can go from like a sports, maybe I'm watching like highlights of a sports channel, and then I go and look on my suggested videos, and it's like, a dog and a cat playing, and then I click on the video, and it's the one video has nothing to do with the other. But why did I click on it? Because AI knows that I want to watch this video. It's like yeah, it's so crazy to me. So I'm saying all that to say, man, this is where we are. This is where we are, man. This is where we are. Let's see. Let's see. Who other comments? We got some comments coming in. I'm addressing them. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for liking the channel, or liking the video, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are amazing today. Daniel says, I have an interest in technology. Uh, Autism can be a blessing and a curse. Listen, man, listen, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, all of us, I believe, have a little bit of spectrum on us, and I'm not saying that like comically, right? But man, when I tell you my ADHD is on 12, I'm talking about what I'm talking about right now, and thinking about just five other different things. So, man, it's your superpower, man. It's your superpower. Honestly, it's your superpower. I mean, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Daniel, for being real to the point of even if sharing that. Like that's kind of huge, man. That's really huge, man. So, um, but I don't have to tell you how brilliant you are. Now we've talked online. You send me emails. I appreciate even the assistance that you've given me, and sort of in this space. So, but it does make sense. I know you were telling me like you jump back on what was it, Saturday, and you were like doing some other things on the computer. So, yeah, man, it's your superpower. That's what it is. I love it. I love it. Uh, yes. Arshnu is here. Arshnu, how's it going? How are you doing today, man? Tell me what you got going on. Arshnu is a long time subscriber, um, long time person to watch this video, or this live video. Tanu says literally 32 hours to travel to DC. Wow. Definitely visit to see me someday. I promise. Okay, yeah. Come on. Yeah, yeah. We're here. We're here. Love to see you. Not Arshnu says love the title on the new video. Oh, did you check out the new video? What Arshnu, not Reacher. So Arshnu is not Reacher. That's his name. I'm on a name to name basis with my subscribers. Most of the other content creators aren't doing this. I'm not naming, like, you have your handle of your name of who you is. I actually know who my subscribers are. So Arshton says, look at the title. Love the title of the new video. Did you check out the new video? I did drop a new video. I forgot what video I dropped. You have to you have to let me know. I forgot what video it was. I dropped the video this morning, guys. Go check it out. It dropped at 6 a.m. Eastern time, just about an hour and 45 minutes ago. So thanks for that. You guys can go check that out. Daniel says interest with China. So what type of? So Daniel says, okay, here we go. If you fear AI, it will get the better of you. I've got access to Google's VEO3 a few days back, and since I've been developing assets to make video production easier. Nice. I definitely want to talk to you about that, Daniel. That's sort of cool, man. That's sort of, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Uh, Siddharth says hi. Hey, how's it going? Where are you watching from, Siddharth? Appreciate you for joining the chat. Let me know in the comments where you guys are watching from. All over the world, you got to let me know. I've got some people from India. I had some people from New York here earlier. Uh, I love my people from India. Like I get a lot of love from that part of the world. Even some people from Australia. Uh, Rohanswar says hello. Hey, bro, how are you? Rohanswar, did I say your name correctly? Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate your comments. All of you guys, I appreciate your comments today. Today has been amazing, amazing, amazing. Sid Harth, bro, what's up, Sid Harth? Let me see if I can say your name. Manakanda. Uh, Mancandida, I think. Manaconda, I think. Is that right? Hey, what's up? What's up? Roshan War says hi. Hello. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. Today we're talking about literally war, military, AI. We're talking about structures of military advancements. We're talking about um, partnerships with the U.S. government and Meta, and how all of these things are sort of merging and clashing. Technology is clashing with government, and it does this every few months, literally, because government cannot survive without tech. Let's see here. Space Nut, you said I miss your Zuckerberg what did you say? I'm gonna go back. Zuckerberg, what did you say, Daniel, about Zuckerberg? Which one did I? So you have to. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, type it again. Type it again, Daniel, so I can see, what it is. But for those of you that are just watching, so Meta has they're quietly partnered with the defense contractor Anduril Industries, founded by Oculus co-founder Palmer Luckey. That's a interesting name. To develop now, what they're developing is a mixed reality headsets for the U.S. Army under a soldier-borne mission command next program. It's formerly IVAS. Don't know what that stands for, but so these helmets are known. They're called the Eagle Eye. Sounds like that was a movie that was released like 10, 15 years ago. But the Eagle Eye will basically integrate Meta's AR, VR hardware. Basically, Reality Labs, Llama AI. And guys, I just released a video about Meta's Llama 4, which was released. It's a virtual, it's AI software. Llama 4 basically generates, or it runs Meta's AI open source. Go check out that video. I think we're in the right spot because Meta is showing up yet again in government contracting. So I talked about that in the video. But so there are helmets that are going to be virtual VR, virtual reality, and AR reality. For those that need the definition, virtual reality is basically you're fully immersed in a virtual world. Nothing's real. It's all virtual. Somebody probably could slap you in the head and you wouldn't know because you're immersed. Like your senses are tied to what is in front of your face and around you. That's virtual reality. AR is a little bit different. AR is augmented reality. So augmented means okay, now the what you see in front of you is sort of a combination of the reality that's around you, but whatever you're using for the virtual world becomes an extension of that, right? So if I'm walking down the street and I have my Meta glasses on, I'll be able to ask Meta to tell me what street to turn, and the street will literally pop up what street to turn, and so that's augmented versus virtual. So hopefully that makes sense for you. So yeah, this is $100 million deal. And so some other things in the news is Silicon Valley reinvests in defensive technology. So Meta CTO Andrew Bosworth publicly encouraged Silicon Valley to return to grace by reuniting tech, academia, and military, alluding to Meta's basically their consumer tech of now being a dual use platform. So this is major. This is major. The funding now is currently privately sourced, but Andrew, who is Meta CTO, he basically stresses that Meta remains a commercial tech company that supplies components, not full time defense contractors. So they just want to be in there just enough to be able to supply um, the products and of course the information. So Sid Harth, hey, how's it going? I think I said hey to you earlier, man. Hey, what's up? Let me know where you're watching from. Um, let's see. Suspect 9 says you just appeared on my feed. What brings you to me? No, what brings you to me? That's the algorithm, man. Welcome to my channel. My name is Brett with Anvil. You can go check out my channel. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm basically, we talk tech, man. Today we're talking about military and Meta as partnership. So basically, it's a bunch of tech, a bunch of AI. We're just talking. We're talking today. So welcome to the channel. Let me know where you're watching from. Give me your thoughts. Uh, you said Marty watching your video in another tab. So what happens? Suspect 9 is Suspect 9. What happened is you were watching my other channel and YouTube was like, oh, he's on live, so I'm going to feed you his live. We were just talking about that earlier, guys. The algorithm knows what you want. It knows, and then it's going to eventually know where you are, but it knows what you want and it feeds it to you. So you didn't, anybody who's come on this channel didn't come on by chance, right? There's no chance that you just came up here just because. More than likely have clicked on other videos in the tech sector. So that's what we talk. We talk tech, production, music. I run the gamut, right? I'm all over the place. I literally, kind of like Daniel was saying, like I'm the same way. Like I'm all over the place. Like, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Hope you can stand what we're talking about and join in on the conversation. Oh, Daniel says, I think YouTube is censoring my comment. Oh, well, here we are. We're in that space, right? We're in that space. And hey, who knows? I mean, was this video going to get taken down? I doubt it, but it's quite possible. Daniel, maybe there's another way you can phrase that. Let's be creative and phrase it and see if Suspect 9 says, are we discussing billion-dollar ideas? No, we're not discussing billion-dollar ideas, but we are discussing million-dollar partnerships between Meta and the government, the U.S. government. That's what we've been discussing. So feel free to join in on the comments. If you get a chance, go back and watch the video from the top. Sort of intro this in what we're talking about. So there is, hey guys, there is a cultural shift in big tech, right? So I can't talk. Meta is making a big pivot, right? Um, there's been a pushback in the past, but Silicon Valley, which includes Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, they're now more willing to work with the Pentagon. And I think that has a lot to do with the administration that we have today. They're willing a lot more because Trump doesn't mind spending government money, right? Let's just be honest. That's his MO. Like, let's get in here and let's spend this money. He don't like to see money wasted either, but you know, he has his own agenda. But there's a huge cultural shift. Generally speaking, the tech companies have been over here on this side of the classroom, and the government's been over here on this side of the classroom. And now they're starting to now get closer and closer and link up. and there's been an encouragement of all of these companies. Let's throw Apple in it. Let's throw Google. Let's throw Microsoft. Let's throw Meta. Even Elon. Like all of these high high giants in the tech sector are now moving towards more interaction with the government, and this is a cultural shift in Silicon Valley. Like it's a major cultural shift. Um, because they're looking for government contracts now because they understand the power of technology and what they have and how this can effectively how this can make them richer, right? Just make them richer. Okay, let's see. Arshdu says Boeing airplanes parts malfunctioning, new crash in India. The plane lost its lift power. Oh wow, Boeing's had a time, guys. Like I had, so maybe a year, probably 2 years ago, I had gotten into Boeing stock, the stock at Boeing. I purchased some Boeing stock. I'm gonna be comfortable right here. Rest my arm. I purchased some Boeing stock. Like it had, like the stock had tanked. I don't know if it was like $70 a share, and Boeing's just had it. Like they've had so many issues the past year. Well, long story short, I had to get out of it because it was. I think I ended up making. I made some money off of it. Like it jumped like $5 or $10, but Boeing's company, like they fired off so many people. They were having issues. Like they were losing contracts. Boeing has a major contract with the government. I don't know where that is and where that stands right now, but to your comment, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Suspect Nine says I've seen that in the news. What have you seen in the news? Let me know what are, because we're talking about several different things. Are you talking about the what I'm talking about with the companies looking to partner with the US government? So there is a big picture to this, right? There is a big picture. So in review, so Meta plus Anduril, they're working on they're working on XR battlefield helmets, which is called effectively Eagle Eye. Meta CTO has advocated Silicon Valley to return to military collaboration. Um, AI is going to be weaponized, right, for defense. I mean, that's just where we're headed, and you hear it here first, right? Maybe you didn't hear it here first, but please know, shouting from the mountaintop, AI is going to be weaponized. It's going to be how wars are won in the future. And hopefully AI can put some sense into the humans that control it and say we don't need to have war, because you can imagine like AI can you can literally put in anyone of any sort of race or color or child or woman, and like the AI will take out these people. It's crazy. And not speaking, not just talking about that, but like imagine like the presidency has a 10% mortality rate. So the U.S. presidency has a 10% mortality rate. Nobody wants to be the president of the United States. It's a dangerous job. Like there are drones out there that are able to basically find you and come right up in your face and literally like take you out. Like this is where we are. This is the society that we live in today. We're just banking on there being more good people than bad, and generally in the world there are more good people than bad. Okay. Let's see. Suspect says India on June 12th, 2025. Air India flight, Boeing flight Dreamliner crashed shortly after taking off from Sardar. Yeah, Boeing has been. Yeah, guys, you guys won't be going into the Boeing conversation because I don't want to trash the company that I still believe in Boeing, but yeah, man, you guys really want me to go there? Um, I believe they definitely have government contracts. Let's see here. I'm just doing some research really quick. But yeah, they've been crashing all over the place, guys. It's been ridiculous. Um, let's talk about Boeing. You guys are here with Boeing. So in like 2000, earlier this year, 2025, around March, Boeing was they were awarded a $20 million contract to develop the U.S. Air Force's their fighter jet, the sixth generation fighter jet, and it's designed the F-47. So this is Boeing's most significant defense win in recent years as a part of a broader modernization to push and maintain U.S.'s air superiority. So Boeing is heavy into government. They're right there, and they're gonna be right there when Meta starts what it's doing. Like so they're they create, and these are defense companies, right? They create they won multiple Department of Defense contracts worth about 8.46 million, including a six there were small diameter bombs and like a C-17 support. Now this is all military talk, but like basically bombs and military equipment that Boeing. So this all sort of ties, right? It ties into what we're talking about. Boeing's defense division. See, it has a defense division. So Boeing doesn't just only sell to the U.S. It sells to other countries, right? But their defense lately has been operating at a loss, especially under fixed price contracts, which is crazy. It's like been like a $2.4 billion loss, sector loss in Q3 of 2024. I told you last year or 2 years ago, I was in Boeing stock. I had Boeing stock, and it was dropping. Phew, it was going down. Um, that's because they just been. I mean, they've been firing people left and right, like trying to. The company's it's tanking. It's at a terrible place right now with its financials. So yeah. Suspect 9 says aircraft struck a residential area, specifically hostile block, BJ Medical College, bursting into flames. Yeah, that's sad, man. That's absolutely sad. That's absolutely sad. Um, Daniel says, how much did I lose on Boeing stock? I actually didn't lose, Daniel. Like I was I got in really low, right? And then I think I got in at like, I don't remember. It was like a $70 or something, and then it went up to like 110, and it came back and came back down, and I was like, oh shoot, let me get out. So I was that was one of the stocks. I did not lose in Boeing stock. I lost in Tesla stock. I lost I lost bad earlier this year. As soon as and I just it was a bad play on my behalf. Um, the inauguration from the inauguration to almost to today, Tesla's been negative in its stock movement. So I was like, this is crazy, crazy. So the other way around for me, I lost in Boeing, but I'm up on Tesla. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm up overall on Tesla, but like, yeah, I took a hit, man. To the point where even in the stock market, I'm just like, I'm not I'm not day trading anymore for a while until they figure out what the heck they're doing, especially the administration. It's too volatile, right? You can't be more volatile than crypto and Bitcoin. Like, but it is. Like the stock market is way too volatile. One day it's up. And you gotta have in trading stocks, you gotta have the stomach to be able to take losses. You gotta be able to stomach it. And I just couldn't this year. Man, like previous years I was cool, but nope. I have I have not touched. In fact, I don't even. And since I haven't touched it, it's grown. So let me go figure. Um, Day trading is not for the faint of heart. Most people lose money when trading because They're not professionals, and even if they are professionals, they still lose money, right? You just got to figure out. You got to figure out the price. You have to figure out the price at the lowest point. Put your stop loss, and go on about your day. And then you got to, some of us have to sit there and watch it to see what it's going to do. So, stock market is bad right now. The only thing I'm holding is Tesla, and that is because I realize they are a former car company, and many people make the mistake of thinking they are still like, yes, yeah. Tesla is so much more. Tesla is basically Elon, like, and whatever that has to do with it. So, Tesla is like at 324. Is it in the 320s now? I was like, let it get down to like 270. I'm in. I'm in. Let it get down to 270, and I'm going in. I'm going on. See, guys, how we shifted the conversation. We literally shifted from military. Now we're talking about stocks and the stock market. We can do that, like, just because that's who I am. So feel free to chime in on the comments that you have. Tesla is a data company before a car company. I like that. Yeah, it's a data company. It collects data. Um, Data is where the money is. It is absolutely where the money is. So yeah, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, let Tesla go down again. I'm jumping. And you're supposed to do that. Like, you're supposed to generally, when you're trading in the stock market, like, obviously you want to be a long-term trader. You want to be in for the long haul. You don't want to be jumping in and jumping out. That's where you lose money, because you think you're sort of getting ahead, and you just can't. It's the world's largest casino. I hear one of the content creators that I watch. He says that all the time. His name is Matt Kors. Go check him out. Matt Kors is really cool. Daniel, if you go check him out, he's going to be on in probably like 30 minutes. So once I jump off, I always like go and check him out while I'm working. So Daniel says, in my opinion, yeah, not fan. Then this is not financial advice. Thank you for saying that, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving advice. This is just educational only. Take it how you want to take it, but this is my opinion, not financial advice. Tesla isn't getting much lower. Okay, well, I tend to agree. I tend to agree with you, but hey, if it does. If it just go back and touch that 270, because I think it touched 270 back in like March, no, maybe April. It touched that 270, and then, like, bounce right off of it. So let it go down. That's all I'm saying. Let it go down. Um, let's see. He said, I picked more Tesla up this week. I'm usually skittish with stocks. You skittish? Yeah, you skittish. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in currently. I'm in Tesla. I'm in Apple, of course. I'm in. I don't have Microsoft. I should have Microsoft. That shows you how long it's been since I've actually looked at my portfolio. Jesus. Apple, Tesla, Nvidia. Nvidia is another one I'm in majorly. I'm in Nvidia, and I've got a couple bank stocks. But yeah, maybe we can get into talking some stocks. Maybe another video, guys, if that's something you guys want to talk about. Guys, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. This has been a great video. So today we've just dove right into it. I'm here live. So guys, I come on live on YouTube Live every Tuesday and Friday. This space is generated really for you. It's really generally a space for you to come and co-commentate with me, and as we talk about the tech space, news, technology, AI products. The rest is just details. We're just moving forward with what we got. And this administration is very key on defense, right? Trump is not shying or backing down from the idea that he's willing to spend money for the American government and military assistance, next generation fighter planes, and um, Boeing. Hopefully, we'll see Boeing turn around. Now, they've got to get some wins here, but They secured, like I said, they secured this $20 million defense contract and billions in commercial aircraft orders. So hopefully they can stop crashing, blowing. Please stop crashing your planes in India and around the get your models, your computer stuff together. Hopefully you got AI assisting you. Let's see another space that says. Oh, you asked me, did I enjoy the Apple event? So I did not watch the Apple event. I watched some highlights on it. Overall, I thought it was pretty cool. I talked about it Tuesday, and I'm kind of on to the next. The liquid glass features. That came out as the number one sort of new. That wasn't really new, but they actually talked about it and showed the liquid glass feature for iPhones so that and of course they're moving over to iOS 2026, Mac OS 26 from 19. So they're rebranding their operating system, which is that's cool. The biggest thing I did, they're gonna eventually the next operating system I think is Tahoe. So with that, the biggest thing for me is this is the last operating system that Mac has for Intel Macs. So um, there may be a video that I may do in the future calling out the death of Intel Macs, death to the Intel Mac, because Apple is no longer supporting Intel Macs after this next operating system upgrade to Tahoe. And yeah, no more Intel Macs. What does that mean? What are we looking at? Well, Apple's fully integrated all of its pieces and parts. It's pretty much 100% Apple. I think with the exception of maybe some GPU systems or whatever, but Apple's chip is Apple made. It's Apple funded. Um, there are no more PC parts in the Mac computer. And the PC parts in the Mac computer when they were existing, like they were solid. Like I have Intel Macs all throughout my studio that I still use to this day. So the only bummer thing about it is, yeah, I won't be able to upgrade after this last upgrade. So is that forcing me to sort of think about purchasing again? Yes, it is, absolutely. I will never not purchase from Apple. Like uh, I've been able to make pretty good money, sizable money off of the products that I use. So all of these computers have been paid for twice over, three times over. So it's a bittersweet for me because I love Intel Macs. I love PC based Macs. I love being able to go into my computer and to upgrade. In fact, hopefully we can get back to that. Maybe I'll just have to go to PC, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm still gonna be 10 toes down with my Mac products, and we'll keep it moving forward. So let's see. Nvidia says is overflow. Daniel says Nvidia is overflated, in my opinion. Jensen is selling shovels in the AI gold rush. He's selling. That's a good analogy. Jensen is being Jensen, right? Now, one thing about computer chips is you got to give it to him. Like he's right in the middle of this. Like imagine like all of these data centers that are going up. Like Jensen, Nvidia is right in the middle of it. So if you think it's overinflated, I don't know. I haven't seen Nvidia's price. I haven't really looked. Like I told you, I just was like, I was fire mad after I lost that money from Tesla, and I just hadn't really, probably in 2 or 3 months, like literally. My wife asked me the other day. She was like, well, you haven't been talking about stocks?" And I was like, "No, I haven't, because the government can't stop interfering." And we talk about the government's interference right into the lives of the people. Like government's absolutely interfering in the stock market, and you're talking about interfering in people's lives. Like it's actually worse. The fact that the government's interfering into the stock market, it's interfering into your life through AI, through if you're in crypto, like it's everywhere. Like it's not just and so you sign up to be a U.S. citizen, or if you're a U.S. citizen, and we talk about the land of the free, the home of the brave, but the reality is, um, you aren't really free. Your thoughts aren't really free. You have certain things that you can do, but within parameters and restrictions. So that's just the reality of where we are. I'm not really tripping about that, but to be fair, Apple Silicon is pretty powerful. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Man, I'm a bit of an old Joe when it comes to Apple products. I like what works for me, and I just, when it works, I stick with it. Like I'm loyal by fault. Like if the computers that I've had for 2 or 3 years. They're probably about 8 years old, and I don't really make an apology about what I use and why I use it, because it's helped me get to this point. I did have a scare with my laptop. I need to go check. It was like trying to upgrade or update, and it was having some problems, so kept having to restart it. Eventually I got it. It's straight. I don't have no issues. We're good. We're good here. So, um, hey guys, if you're in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. We've been talking today about government contracts and how Meta has partnered with the U.S. government into these military contracts. Silicon Valley is going to be following suit. So technology is going to be heavily, heavily, heavily involved, heavily invested into government contracts through government funding. So that's what we've been talking about. Another space nut says it said F the gamer market. It's very market that put Nvidia in its current position to sell shovels. Yeah, yeah, that's something that you can talk about. Like I'm not, I don't really know that too much, but yeah. All in all, I like Nvidia. I think it's a great company, but yeah, if that's what it did, then that kind of sucks, right? Um, it says since Apple removed ADP for UK users, I will not be going back. Really? Really? Yeah, tell me more about the ADP for UK users that Apple removed. Tell me more about this. I'm always a sticker to learn something new, because I don't know. I heard something about that, but this advanced data protection, I think it was removed in like 2022. Um, is that what you're talking about? Um, so Apple has a iCloud encryption. Basically, it's applied encryption, and 2000, no, this is February 2025. Apple removed it from the UK. They no longer enable ADP, and the reason why this happened basically is there was a investigators investigatory powers act. That's what I'm saying here, ordering to Apple to add a backdoor to ADP, essentially weakening the encryption, so encrypted iCloud data could not be accessed. So, oh, that's more news than that. That's crazy. So it basically weakens the encryption levels. Is that right? Since Apple. Hey, Arshnu, you're back. Yes, yes, yes. We still chatting. We're still chatting up here. Any questions you guys have? Any comments? Who wants to be up here tomorrow? I may come up tomorrow. I may come on live tomorrow. I may jump back on. We may have some time to talk on tomorrow morning. You guys, I hope that you are enjoying your day. Hope that your day goes well. I hope that you have uh, find good success this weekend. Get into some fun. Be safe. All that good stuff, man. And we're gonna lock back in. I told you guys I was gonna be consistent, man, and we're here. We've been here. We're gonna be here. You don't see me here, it's something's going on. It's a problem. But I vowed to be here to talk to you guys, and we can discuss what we discussed today. Has been absolutely amazing to discuss, to get you guys energy, your feedback, your comments, your commentation. That's not a word. I said commentation. That's not a word. Commentary. To get your commentary. Once again, this is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. You guys have been great. You guys have been great. Nabbit World, how is it going? How are you doing today? Nabbit World, I have not seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you on the channel. You're just coming in on the tail end of things, man. Maybe you try to join me tomorrow. Join us tomorrow. Nabbit World, how have things been for you? Um, thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate y'all support coming in and seeing. I don't know if it's y'all wanting to come up here or if this algorithm. But like I said earlier, the algorithm knows what you want even before you want it. You know, it's an algo god. That's what we call it. The algo god. It's literally knows. Daniel says, Brad, are you viewing top chat or live chat? No, I'm viewing the live chat. This is the live feed. I don't know if there's a difference, but yeah, I don't have a top chat function, but yeah, I'm viewing the live chat. All right, this is gonna be the last question of the day. Unless you guys got one more question, I'll take two more questions. Last question of the day. Any tips for getting the dub in OG Fortnite? Any tips? So I really don't have any tips, man. I'm sorry. I I don't know. Master the classic Arsenal. Farm early, bill late, drop like a vet, and not a noob. I don't know. So, avoid the tilted towers. Does that make sense to you? Oh man, let me get off this. I need sleep. I need sleep, guys. I had an eventful night previously, so but we're here back here in the morning. If that's all, we don't have any more questions, man. I might be up here tomorrow morning, same time. I'd love for you guys to join in, come in with the fire chats that you did today, and we're gonna get right to it, man. This has been great. Fridays are always good. Tuesdays are a little bit slow, but and you know I'm considering maybe moving the date on Tuesdays to Wednesdays. But until then, we're here every Wednesday and Friday, man. You guys come check us out. Go to the channel. Go watch the video. The new video I released today. It is on Apple products. Some things that may surprise you. Most of you may know, but go watch that video. It was released this morning. Please watch it. Leave in the comments that you are a part or were a part of the live crew today, and I will respond. We get those likes, those views up. Subscriptions are what they are. We live in a space in social media where subscriptions don't necessarily matter or not really a factor. It's all in what you like to watch, and YouTube will show that to you, or the algorithm will show that to you. Daniel, I appreciate you as always. We do have to link. I need to. Maybe we didn't set up that time, but I'm gonna jump off. I'm trying to maybe send you an email or send me something. Send me some Zoom dates that we can sort of get together. The rest of you guys, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is anvil, ANVILL, at gmail.com. No, I said that wrong. It's ANVILL music media, all one word. So 3 words in one. Anvil music media at gmail.com. Green Bean says hi. Hello. You're watching on the end of the chat. Where are you watching from, Green Bean? Thank you for joining the channel today. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you all. All of you all have been great. The support has been awesome. This video is sponsored by Anvil Music and Media. So I do sponsor myself. Da-da-da, Black Johnny Quest. I'm a stunt performer for the Avatar movies. Add me in the live. Okay, I don't know. Green Beans from South Africa. Thank you so much. Thanks for the love from South Africa. Appreciate you guys. so very much. Everybody else, man, we're signing off today. Feel free to go and watch the channel, all the other videos I have. And we'll see you either next Tuesday or maybe tomorrow. I may show up tomorrow. But for now, it's Tuesdays and Fridays every week live. We are here. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, Green Bean, 7:15. Thank you so much. Everybody else, you guys have a great day.